welcome to another episode of Resining of the Living Dead. Today we are going to be starting on a multi-part project. So we have this mold. It is a train engine. I believe it came from Temu. What we are going to be doing is we're going to be doing the lower half. So this part of the smokestack and this part, which is almost like a bowl. And it's going to be done in this Black Abyss, which is from Baltic Day. It's a resin pigment. And then once that solidifies or gets mostly solidified, we are going to then do a clear section in the middle, and with these leaf looking glitters, blank in here. Anyway, we're going to be doing it with these leaf confetti, and it's going to go into a clear section in the middle, and then we are going to then finish it off with the black on the bottom. So it's going to be black, then clear, and then black with these in the inside part. So what we're going to do for right now is we are going to start by doing the black on the bottom, and it's not going to use much, maybe an ounce, maybe an ounce and a half, but we'll do a little bit extra if we need to. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this in a Dixie cup because we don't need a full cup for it. So what I'm going to do is get our resin mixed up, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We've mixed up our resin about an ounce and a half. We've added some of the black pigment paste. You can see it's nice and dark. What we're going to do is we're going to give our mold just a real quick spritz with our alcohol. Give it a little shake so it doesn't pull up. And what we're going to do very carefully is we are going to pour it in the front section here. So you can see we're going to pour it in this front section and then this back section. And we're just going to have to do it really, really carefully so that it doesn't go beyond those parts. So we're going to give it a little bit of a point. And we're going to go just real, oh, and of course, we'll fix that in a minute. We'll rub that off in a minute. There must be some wind blowing in here because you can see it curved. And then we're going to have to, let's take this stick out real quick. And we're going to have to open this up a little bit. So as you can see, I think we are under an air vent. I think that's the problem here. So let's wow, that's crazy. All right, one moment. So I think the problem is there's an air vent directly above my head. All right, this is not working out how I thought it was going to. We're going to have to do some serious cleaning on this in a moment. All right, let's see. A little bit more in there. Wow. Okay. Just a drop more. trying to see how much space is still left before it reaches the top. And I think what we're going to do is we'll get a little bit of we'll get a wipe, and we will wipe out the insides as best we can to get these pieces out before we put it in our new pressure pot. So let me grab a wipe and I'll be right back. Alright, we have cleaned it out as best as I think I can without making more of a mess. Tried to get the Q-tips in there, tried to use the wipe, and I think outside of this little spot back here, I think I got it. So there's not much left in there. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to place this on the tray, and the tray is going to go into the pressure pot. So we're going to press it, put it on here nice and gently, and we're going to get it on the pressure pot for a couple hours, and then we're going to come back and do our clear. In the meantime, we have some black left, so we're going to find something else to put that in, and we will be back shortly. See you back. Alright, so we have gone ahead and taken it out of the pressure pot. The black part at the top is thicker. It's not super solid yet, but it's not going to blend. We're going to take some of our leaves here, our little glittery confetti. We're going to put some of them into here with some glue. So let's go ahead and get our glue ready. So we're probably going to do maybe about 5 or 6 of them. Not a whole lot. We don't want it to overwhelm. So I'll put them in here. Okay. And just give it a little bit of a stir, and then we're going to add our some glue. We're going to do, like we did, about 3 ounces, so we're just going to do 2 drops. We don't want too much glue. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we are going to take our mold and we're going to pour it in. We want to keep it down in that part. Stop that for a second. I'm going to take our stick and we want to definitely make sure that we keep these. We want to get these leaves to be kind of spread out. We may need to use our fingers here. And we'll put one on that side, and we'll put one on this side. And one over on this side. We're definitely going to need to kind of space them apart a little bit. Like that. Another one over there. And then we're going to pour the rest in here. Just kind of move. This one has two stuck together, so let's separate them. One like that, one like that. All right. We'll just put our last of our clear. All right. So what we're going to do now is it's going to go back into our pressure pot. We're going to put it on the tray here. And then we're going to put it in the pressure pot, and we're going to run it in the pressure pot for about another maybe 4 or 5 hours. And then we will come back and do the last part, which will be the bottom, which will be dark. And then we'll see how it came out. So see you in a few hours. All right, we're back. It has been in the pressure pot for a couple hours, actually longer than that. And you'll see I don't see any bubbles, which is fantastic. So we've gone ahead and we've mixed up about a little less than 2 ounces of 2-part resin. We've added more of the Black Abyss Baltic Day pigment paste. We will link that to the Amazon source for that. And what we're going to do is we're going to finish this mold off, put it back on the stand, back in the pressure pot for the finishing hours, and see how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and just pour this in. And hope that we made enough, which it looks like we have. Awesome. Just enough. I think it was like I think I did about 1.9 ounces. All right, so we got one little, definitely don't want to get it on the table. Just wipe it off the side of the mold. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it back on here very gently. Then we are going to put that in the pressure pot, and it's going to be in there for, I guess, we're going to do it for the next 24 hours and let it sit. And then we will be back to see the finished product. So see you in a few. And we're back to demold. It has a little bit of it bubbled up here for some reason, but and it didn't go all the way to the bottom, so this is not going to be a success, but we are just going to demold it and see how we did as far as the other areas to see if it worked. And actually, it didn't come out too bad. You can see the leaves, and there's not a lot of, as a matter of fact, there's no bubbles here. It just didn't fill out enough to the bottom, and I don't know why we got that one little bubble here, but you can see it's pretty clean in the rest of it, and it sits fine. It's not really an issue, so we'll call it a moderate success. We will probably try to do this one again in the near future, but for now we'll call that a win. So if you enjoyed watching the video, please hit that like button, and if you hit the subscribe button, you'll be notified when more videos pop up. Until next time, we will see you then. Thanks for watching.